What's up, confessors? How you doing? How's your mama doing? All right. Well, we are on our third episode of this new season of Ready to Love DMV slash Potomac, whatever you want to call it. I'm calling them both. So we got two new singles added to the mix again. Last week we had Cornelius and Carmen. And this week we got to meet Eric and AP. I think it right? Yeah, AP. So they got to go on blind dates once again. That's how they were introduced. AP went on a blind date with Clifton, and Eric went on a blind date with Dakaya. So Dakaya seems to be smitten, absolutely smitten with Eric. Eric is a chef. He used to be a systems engineer, which is what Dakaya is. So they really hit it off on that. And he has children, but they are adult children. They both come from a lot. Dakaya and Eric come from different backgrounds in their lives. They seem to hit it off really well. There is a lot of chemistry. Looks like there can be some sexual chemistry down the line. It seems that Eric, just in one date, has boosted himself up to the Kia's number one spot. I'm gonna stop calling her Dakaya. So Dakia was asking him questions. He was flowing with it, answering, and vice versa. So they had a very nice flow. And Eric already asked Kia for another date. And of course, she said yes. So I am looking forward to see where that goes because I'm here for them. I fucks with that. But it was quite a different take when Clifton met up with AP. First of all, she's beautiful, but she did the wrong thing by saying that Clifton reminded her of her brother. No man wants to hear that from his date. I mean, she could have been worse and said father, so I guess there's something there with that, but no, because I'll get to that. But she also referred to someone else as a young person, Wiley, on the group date, as he reminded her of her students, because I guess she's a professor of some sort. And I believe science, I'm not sure, don't quote me, but it wasn't the best welcoming for her the way she was portrayed for this episode. Um when they did go on the group date, it was AP, Sabrina with Tori, I believe, Wiley, and Demetrius. Now, while Wiley was getting to know AP, and I believe Tori was talking to Sabrina, Demetrius was in the back of the bus the whole time, not saying anything. I don't think he even spoke. At least they didn't show him speaking. So I don't know if he ever spoke or not, but they definitely didn't show him speaking. They were on like a tour bus going around looking at sites in Washington and some main attractions, and it just wasn't flowing. But back to what I was saying about AP when she was talking with Wiley, she asked Wiley his age, and Wiley is like 9 years younger than her. And right there off the bat, she wasn't feeling it. But she thought that he was real cool and whatnot, which he is, but he was just too young for her. And he seems to be too young for a lot of the women. So I don't know how long that Wiley is going to last. A tidbit that Kamisha Reviews had gave us before the season started is that he didn't last long. So his time may be coming to an end. Now next week is girls elimination. So he's safe. But the following week they switch it up. So hopefully he can pull another one out, but you never know. Another date that was really nice was Paul, P.O., aka Michael Myers. He had a date with Precious, my homegirl Precious. Hey, Precious girl. Now, their date went very well. Precious seems to be the only one who's willing to give P.O. a chance. But I like that about her, because like I told y'all, P.O. is really cool than a motherfucker. He cool than a fan cat, okay? In his lives that he does with everyone, he has so much to say, and he is not the dude that was portrayed on the first episode. Now, this past episode, they did good with him. They didn't portray him in no funky way. But he also did have a date with Sabrina. Now, that date happened before his date with Precious. And he straight up asked Sabrina, do you see me as being able to be a part of your life, possibly? Like, how you feeling? How you feeling? And she was straight up with him. She told him, but what she told him was funny. But she said that he was more like a friend, a mentor. Child, a mentor? Ah, Sabrina, not a mentor, honey. But yeah, so she said she didn't want to waste his time because this process is what it is, and it's not that very long. So she didn't want to waste his time, and she just let him know the real deal. Like, I'm not interested in you like that. But then she was like, but you got a couple of, I know you got a couple of women that you're talking to, so you'll be all right. And he was back to him and Precious. Him and Precious had a very good time together. Although that date was particularly because he was in the bottom too, and she had to tell him that he was still ready to love though, but he and her are really cute together. She really stuck up for him in the ladies liberation, ladies lounge, like I like to call it, the ladies lounge, gentlemen's lounge, ladies lounge. And she stuck up for him because Sabrina told Tommy how she felt about him, and she stuck up for him. She's like, because what Sabrina sees, I see she's right, but it works for her. And what works for one person may not work for the other. One man's trash is another man's treasure. So, Precious, big ups to you, girl. You see something in Paul that none of the others girl do, and that just may be your prize. Okay. Mm. Now, then there was a date between Clifton and Joy, and they have got to be my favorite couple, obviously, because they already seem coupled up. They always seem to find their way back to each other. They given everyone else a shot still, which is what the process is supposed to do. So they're doing it fair and square, but they seem to keep finding themselves back to each other. They can't wait to see each other, which speaks a lot for both of them. Now she almost killed him. She almost killed my man's because he is allergic to coconut, and she fed him fish that had coconut on it, in it, what have you, I don't know. But he is feeling her so much. He said as long as his airway don't cut off and he don't die, he gonna have his date with her. And I thought that was like so sweet, and that spoke highly and a lot of the whole situation between them. He didn't care if he was sweating profusely because he said that's what happens when he has coconut. And he still just waited it out and had his date with her. And they still seem to have an amazing time. So I absolutely love them together. And big ups to Kamisha again. She said that possibly they end up together. And I hope so. I really, really hope so because I love them together. I really, really do. What else happened? Um, Laverne, he tried his little shot with Joy at the bowling alley because a couple of them another day they all went bowling, and he asked her to feel up on his booty a little bit, and she didn't. She was cool with him, flirted with him, she had fun with it, but she didn't do it. And that was very great. I think it was Joy. Please, I hope I didn't get that wrong. But I think it was Joy. And I noticed, I guess Laverne liked his booty rubbed. He liked that because when he had his date with Carmen, he had her to. Now, Carmen went for it. She didn't care. She was grabby hands with that. She grabbed two handfuls. And now, don't get me wrong, Laverne got it going on. I ain't even gonna lie. That is one sexy man right there. But he just liked his booty rub. But ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? So all in all, it was a very, very good episode. And of course, it came down to one man having to leave tonight. And that man was Cornelius. He just got here. And he's already left. It's kind of like a repeat of Sean. Sean came in and left. Sid went to the end. Now I wonder if Carmen will get to the end. Now, what I will say about Carmen, the sneak peek for next week, it seems that Carmen's gonna do something that ruffles some feathers. I don't know if it was Takia that said something or not, but one of the ladies mentions Carmen doing whatever she gotta do, something along those lines. But it looked like you may get a little catty round next week. So we'll just have to stick around and see what is popping with that. Overall, good episode. Love it, love it, love it. I want to see what connection Tori has because I haven't seen him connect with anyone right off the bat. But who is having a little good thing? Um Ace, she said that Laverne is, I think it was Laverne that she said is they have a lot of good conversations over the phone. The conversations are starting to really be bussing at this point because phone conversations were brung up twice this episode, and whoever brung them up said that they were really good. It was Precious who said her phone conversations with PO were really good. Very, it sounded like they having a good time on the phone. Let's just say that. So we'll just have to see where it goes next week. It looks like it's going to be a really good episode. So we'll just have to see. Thank y'all for tuning in. Please like, please subscribe, please follow me on Instagram, please follow me on Facebook, please follow me on Twitter. Confessions of a Reality Queen. It's your girl, and I'm out. Love.